Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nice to see you again. Let's continue our discussions on segmental sounds. As I explained to you last meeting that segmental sounds are categorized into consonants, vowels, and diphthongs. Last meeting, we already talked about consonants. What are consonants? Consonants are speech sounds which are produced by flowing the air from the lung through the vocal tracts, and in the production, in the air that flows from the lung is being obstructed, and based on the obstruction of the air, so there is a term of manners of articulations, and then there are what you call it, plosive, nasal, thrill, affricate, fricative, lateral, approximant. Hello everybody, I am telling you, if you use English, please use English. Okay, pronounce that as stop or plosive, not letup, not letup. So it is Indonesian. Okay, this book, I wrote this book to help you to translate the English terms into Indonesian. When you use English, use English. When you want to use Indonesian as good as possible. If you use English as good as you can. Okay? So, plosive, nasal, thrill, affricate, fricative, lateral, approximants are grouping of consonants based on the manners of articulation or based on the way the air is obstructed in the production of the consonants. Besides, there is also another groupings of consonants based on the speech organs being involved, and then the term is the grouping of consonant based on the places of articulation. So there are bilabial, labiodental, dental, alveolar, post-alveolar, palatal, velar, and glottal. Okay, so far we already got two factors that become the reasons or becomes the factors of consonant groupings, and then perhaps you keep questioning why there are two consonants are there in plosive bilabial, p and b, and then there are also two consonants in plosive alveolar, t and d. So I am telling you here, so the consonants printed on the left sides are called fortis consonants. Meanwhile, the consonants printed or located or placed on the right hand side of the column are called Lenis consonant. And there is a question now, what is fortis consonant? What are Lenis consonant? So fortis consonants like t, p are produced with the vibrations of the vocal tract. Meanwhile, the Lenis consonants are produced by more vibrations of the vocal tract. For example, you can when you say pa, you see the vibrations on the vocal tract. When you say ba, you see the vibration is more. So that is the reason why p, t are called fortis consonants, because the vibration is not as much as you do when you produce the Lenis consonants. Okay, let me underline. So when we are talking about the production of the consonants, there are three factors that you should pay attention. The manners of articulations. So what is manner of articulations? The way the obstruction happening in the production, and then the second is the places of articulation. So it is dealing with the speech organs being involved in the production, and then the third factor is the vibrations of the vocal tract. And then that is the reason why in the what you call that, in a column of the categorizations, there is fortis and lenis consonants. And I am telling you, nasal sounds are most of nasal sounds, as far as I know, all of nasal sounds are lenis consonants. Okay? I am telling you again, what I am doing now is only helping you to minimize your confusion. What you have to do is read the book again, again, and again. What I am doing is only helping you to simply to explain it a bit. Okay, now I told you already last meeting that the what you call that, the utterance Fauzi. Okay, the utterance Fauzi consists of actually it is a continuous utterance. It is a single unit, a single entity. But for the purpose of phonetic analysis, phoneticians chunk them into f, ow, z, and e. F and z belong to consonants, e belongs to vowels, and ow belongs to the category of diphthong. Now, let me explain you consonants. Okay, let me explain you vowels, which are different from consonants. Consonants are segmental sounds which are produced by flowing the air from the lung to the vocal tract, and there are certain obstruction. Meanwhile, vowels are also produced by flowing the air from the lung to the vocal tract, but there is no obstruction happening, what you call that, on the speech organ. That is the reason why w, y, and are categorized into semi-consonants, semi-vowels, or approximants, because the obstruction is very little. But they are not vowels, because what are vowels? Vowels are segmental sounds which productions are not dealing with obstruction at all. Okay. When we are talking about consonants, there are three factors that should be brought into considerations in categorizing them: manners of articulations, places of articulations, and the vibrations of the vocal tract, whether there are consonants, fortis consonants or lenis consonants. Meanwhile, vowels, there are some vowels in English and in Indonesian, and then there are four factors that influence the quality of vowels. The first is the position of the tongue. The vowels like e, a, are called front vowels. Why? Because the tongue being involved in the production is the front part of it. Let me repeat. The vowels like e, a, and are called front vowels because the production of them involve the front part of the tongue. Meanwhile, the vowels like you can see are categorized into central vowels because the part of the tongue being involved is the central part. E, a, involving the front part. Meanwhile, involve the central part of the tongue. And then the vowels like o, u, o, a. You can see. So the tongue, the positions of the tongue are different. So The first factor is the positions of the tongue, whether the front part of the tongue is involved, whether the central part of the tongue being involved, whether the back part of the tongue being involved. I am telling you again, E, A, belong to front vowels. Meanwhile, A belongs to central vowels, and then U, O belongs to back vowels. The second factor, the first factor is the positions of the tongue, and the second factor is the positions of the jaw. This one is jaw. In Indonesian, rahang. Okay, listen, in Indonesian, not in bahasa. Okay, in Indonesian language or in Indonesian. I don't want to listen my students say it in bahasa. Remember that. Okay. What you call that? The jaw. The positions of the second factor is the jaw. The position of the jaw. In Indonesian, it is rahang. And then, of course, the vowels like E, U are called high vowels because the jaw is lowered, is moved but not that low. Okay, E, U are high vowels. Meanwhile, A, O are mid vowels because the jaw is lowered but not that low. Meanwhile, you see, so the positions of the jaw is very low. Let me repeat. The vowels like E, U are categorized into high vowels. A, O are categorized into mid vowels. Meanwhile, are categorized into low vowels. Okay, we already talked about two factors: the positions of the tongue, whether it is front, central, or back, and the positions of the jaw, whether it is high, it is mid, or it is low. And the third factor is the posture of the tongue. In English, sit on your seat. Sit on your seat. The pronunciation should be like that. Not the other way around. Not seat on your sit. Okay. So E is front, high front vowel. Meanwhile, E is also high front vowels. But what makes them different? The posture of the tongue when it is being produced. So E is tense vowel. In Indonesian, it is tegang. And then E is produced with the posture of lax vowels. In Indonesian, it is kendur. Wait, Pak Fauzi. You say sit on your sit. Pak, is it dealing with the harokat when we are studying tajwid? Exactly. Okay? E is long vowels. Long vowels are usually tense. E is short vowels. So short vowels are usually lax. And then so you can say long vowels or lax vowels, and then short vowels or lax vowels. The harokat of lax vowels is shorter compared to the harokat or the duration of the productions of the long vowels. Hopefully you can get the point. Okay, go over the book again. Okay, we already discussed three factors that influence the quality of vowels, right? Positions of the tongue, whether the front part of the tongue, whether the central part of the tongue, or whether the back part of the tongue be involved, and the positions of the jaw, and then that is the reason why we have got high vowels, mid vowels, and low vowels. And then the posture of the tongue give you the difference between lax vowels versus tense vowels. Lax vowels is short vowels, and then tense vowels are long vowels. And then the fourth factor is dealing with the positions of the lips. The vowels like E, A, are called spread vowels. Okay? What is spread? Spread is not rounded. Okay? The vowels like U, O are rounded vowels. You can see the positions of my lips. U, O. Round, right? So they are rounded vowels. In many languages, front vowels are usually spread. Okay? E, A, say cheese. Okay, that is the reason why people say cheese when they want to take pictures. Okay? And then the back vowels like U, O are usually rounded, but not always. In certain languages, like in German language, there is front rounded vowels like E, E. You can see E, E. So it is a front vowels, but the positions of the tongue are rounded. And then what you call that central vowels are usually in between rounded and unrounded or spread. But in a certain language like Sundanese, there is rounded central vowel. Like in sok mangga kalebet. Okay? Okay? Okay, sok mangga kalebet, right? So it is a central, not rounded, unrounded vowels. Not all. Not spread either. But sok tingali eta pohona lebet. Lebet and lebet are different. So in lebet is unrounded, meanwhile sok tingali tah eta pohona lebet. You see? So it is a bit rounded. Okay. How many factors that influence the quality of consonants? 3. Manners of articulations, places of articulations, and the vibrations of the vocal tract, the vocal cord. And then how many factors are there that influence the quality of the vowels? 4. The positions of the tongue, with the front, central, or back. The positions of the jaw, so you will get high vowels, mid vowels, and low vowels. The posture of the tongue, and it is also dealing with the durations of the productions of the vowels. You can see you can have a dichotomy of tense vowels versus lax vowels, and then the positions of the lips will give you a range, not a dichotomy, but a range, a continuum, a range. In Indonesian you call it rentangan between rounded into unrounded. Again and again I'm telling you, please go over the book. What I am doing now is only helping you to understand what is being written in the book. Okay, consonants, vowels, and now we are discussing diphthong. What is diphthong, everybody? Diphthong is quite a dilemmatic segmental sounds, but let me make it simple. When we are talking about vowels, some phoneticians mention that there are what you call that sequence of vowels. For example, in my coffee, wait, it is not sweet, so I need more sugar. And then I call the office boy, Ling, tolong ini digulai lagi, digulai, ai. Okay, so a, e are sequence of two vowels, a and e. Okay, and then I ask the office boy, Ling, tolong belikan aku gulai ayam di rumah makan Padang. Tolong gulai ini, ai. Tolong belikan aku gulai ayam. See, I are considered as two sequence of vowels. Meanwhile, I is not two vowels, but it is considered as diphthong. Okay, there are. Let me give you two other examples of diphthong in Indonesian. You know Bams, what? Samson. Okay. When he sang the song, bila yang tertulis untukku adalah yang terbaik untukku, kan kau jadikan kau kenangan yang terindah dalam hidupku. You remember that song? Actually, the pronunciation should be bila yang tertulis untukku adalah yang terbaik. It should be a sequence of two vowels, baik. But Bams pronounce that, realize that, not as a sequence of two vowels, but as a diphthong, terbaik. And also Reza Artamevia, mungkinkah kau mencintai diriku selama-lamanya? It should be mencintai, ai, but Reza realized that as mungkinkah kau mencintai. Okay, yeah. So what is the difference between a sequence of two vowels compared to diphthong? A sequence of two vowels are produced as two segments. Meanwhile, if you say that mencintai consists of two segments, yes, but the two segments are produced in a single exhalations of the air. Okay, yeah. You can see, I think it is better for you to read these books. There are some, some examples of diphthongs in Indonesian language. Remember, Indonesian language, not bahasa. Okay? And then there are also some diphthongs in English. I will give you assignments again. What you have to do is practice yourself, train yourself to get well informed with the consonants, vowels, and diphthongs as segmental sounds in English, because this course is English Phonetics and Phonology. This book, okay, explain the segmental sounds in Indonesian, in English, and in Arabic. But let's get focused on the segmental sounds in English. Okay, everybody, hopefully what I am telling you through this video can decrease your confusion, can improve a bit your understanding about segmental sounds. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you again in the following sessions of our course. The last words from me for today is Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.